is Bill Roberts. I would, but I'm actually out of the office right now, so can I get back to you on that?
It's pretty amazing, huh?
What?
Technology. I mean, it's only been in the last decade that you could really have a conversation with someone and never even know where they are.
Well, what I'm really amazed at is just how quickly everything's been implemented. Look how reliant everyone is on their techno gadgets. Makes you wonder how the world even functioned 20 years ago without Blackberries, GPS, and TiVo.
Right. Well, it all goes back to the printing press, right? Mid-1400s, that changed everything. And then nothing really new came along for a few hundred years until electricity and the telegraph. And then the telephone. And then suddenly the radio and the TV, and now the internet and Wi-Fi. The growth has been exponential.
But can it sustain its pace? I mean, where do we go from here? What's the next big thing?
Who knows? And can you and I even imagine it? And think about it. If you tried to explain the concept of the internet to someone in colonial America, they wouldn't even be able to comprehend it.
We're probably no different. In a few hundred years, people will probably look back at the way we lived and laugh too.
Well, it's all relative. Depends which tiny section of human existence you were alive during. I'm sure that when the radio came out, people thought they lived in a pretty advanced time too. And comparatively, I guess they did.
Well, things certainly have changed. But has anything really improved? I mean, does new always mean better? Is anybody really happier?
Some are, some aren't. If you worked in a toll booth collecting money, but then suddenly were replaced by an easy pass transponder, then you probably don't like it. But then again, if you drive around a lot and don't have to have exact change anymore, then you probably do. It's like anything in life. The pros and the cons, the yin and the yang, low ebbs, high tides.
But what about the people who refuse to embrace it? The elderly and the ignorant, the ones who are trying as hard as they can to resist change.
Well, I'm sure they'd rather things regress back to the simpler life of yesteryear, but unfortunately, that's not the way things work. Unless technology ultimately gets to the point where time travel is realistic.
It's ironic that technology might ultimately be the only escape from itself.
Well, is that what it's leading up to? Will it just continue to grow faster and faster until it can't contain itself anymore and just implodes, thrusting everyone back into the dark ages, forcing them to revert back to their instincts for survival?
And by the time that happens, people have lost all social skills, never having to actually interact with one another, and instead living a completely isolated virtual existence as technology replaces all physical human contact.
That's interesting too. How our satellites and global communications were supposed to have brought us all closer together, but have they really just pushed us farther apart? I'm sure you can play a video game online with someone in China, but whatever happened to playing Twister with the girl next door?
God, I think about this all the time. But for some reason, whenever I try and talk to people about it, nobody takes me very seriously. Stop it.
Okay, you guys. I think we've caused enough of a scene for today.
It's already almost 6 anyway. We might as well head back. What was that?
Just a new voicemail.
Aren't you gonna check it?
I am so bad at that. I can never figure out how to.
Don't be too embarrassed. Technology hates me too. I can't even get my email to work half the time.
Some of us are not cut out for this new digital age.
God, some people are such retards.
Everybody, let's get into it and get stupid.